after some considering time around the approach.
There's an old spiritual that says, I'm going to come to the welcome table. I'm going to shout my troubles over. I'm going to walk and talk with Jesus. And I'm going to tell him how you treat me one of these days. But you religious folks have already conveniently determined that how you treat me is not a missional issue, but is just a distraction. And I would argue that how you treat me is at the heart of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Many years ago, indigenous people said, I want my land, and I want to live. And colonists said, we want your land, and we want you dead. And the third way was reservations. We'll let you live confined to reservations. Many years ago, African American people said, I want to ride the bus. And white folks said, we want you to walk. And a third way was separate but equal. Today, this very day, 119 years ago, the Supreme Court handed down a decision that upheld Plessy versus Ferguson, which is the idea of separate but equal. This very day, that third way was enshrined into our Constitution. The vote was 7-1. Your vote for this third way is almost that exact equation. It was 6+1. Saying that there's a third way on issues of oppression and discrimination says simply to me that there is some level of my discrimination that you all are comfortable with. That's a hard place to stand, knowing that you are comfortable with my oppression. The third way. I would just say to this table, the model of unity, are there openly gay people at your table? You don't know. So there's the danger, I think, is that we think that the people around our table comprise the whole picture. And the very people whose lives are at stake in this decision aren't at the table. And you cannot raise yourself up as a picture of unity because the very people whose lives are at stake are not here and do not have a voice. It's just hard to take that in. There are people dying here. There are people dying in Africa. There are people dying here, and there are people dying in Africa because of the words in our book of discipline, because it emboldens the discrimination and the oppression against them.